the reading of the Bible from Genesis to Revelation, and currently I'm at Numbers 16. I stopped at number 60 on the last live video, but today I'll be starting from Numbers chapter 17. So before we dive in, let's say the Lord's Prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us all our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory forever and ever. Amen. So, I'll be starting right away from Numbers chapter. Aaron's stick. The Lord said to Moses, "Tell the people of Israel to give you 12 sticks, one from the leader of each tribe. Take them to the tent of my presence, and put them in front of the covenant bus, where I meet you. Then the stick of the man I have chosen will sprout. In this way I will put a stop to the constant complaining of these people, of these Israelites against you." So Moses spoke to the Israelites, and each of their leaders gave him a stick. One for each tribe, 12 in all, and Aaron's stick was put with them. Moses then put all the sticks in the tent in front of the Lord's covenant bus. The next day, when Moses went into the tent, he saw that Aaron's stick, representing the tribe of Levi, has sprouted. It has budded, blossomed, and produced ripe almonds. Moses took all the sticks and showed them to the Israelites. They saw what has happened, and each leader took his own stick back. The Lord said to Moses, "Put Aaron's stick back in front of the covenant bus. It is to be kept as a warning to the rebel Israelites that they will die unless their complaining stops." Moses did as the Lord commanded. The people of Israel said to Moses, "Then that is the end of us. If anyone who even comes near the tent must die, then we are all as good as dead." Chapter 18. Duties of the Prince and Levites. The Lord said to Aaron, "You, your sons, and the Levites must suffer the consequence of any guilt connected with serving in the tent of my presence. But only you and your sons will suffer the consequence of service in the priesthood. Bring in your relatives, the tribe of Levi, to work with you and help you while you and your sons are serving at the tent. They are to fulfill their duties to you and their responsibilities for the tent, but they must not have any contact with sacred objects in the holy place or with the altar. If they do, both they and you will be put to death. They are to work with you and fulfill their responsibilities for all the service in the tent, but no unqualified person may work with you. You and your sons alone must fulfill the responsibilities for the holy place and the altar, so that my anger will not okay, so that my anger will not again break out against the people of Israel. I am the one who have chosen your relatives the Levites from among the Israelites as a gift to you. They are dedicated to me, so that they can carry out their duties in the tent. But you and your sons alone shall fulfill all the responsibilities of the priesthood that concern the altar and what is in the most holy place. These things are your responsibility, because I have given you the gift of the priesthood. Any unqualified person who comes near any who comes near the sacred object shall be put to death. The share. The Lord said to Aaron, remember that I am giving you all the special contributions made to me that are not burnt as offering, as sacrifice. I am giving them to you and to your as the parts of assigned to you forever. Sacred offering not burnt on the altar. The following belongs to you: the grain offering, the sin offering, and the repayment offerings. Everything that is presented to me as a sacred offering belongs to you and your sons. You must eat these things in a holy place, and only males may eat them. Consider them holy. In addition, any other special contributions that the Israelites present to me shall be yours. I am giving you I am giving them to you, your sons, and your daughters for all time to come. Every member of your family who is ritually clean may eat them. I am giving you all the best of the first product which the Israelites give me each year: olive oil, wine, and corn. It all belongs to you. Every member of your family who is ritually clean may eat it. Every time, everything in Israel that has been unconditionally dedicated to me belongs to you. Every firstborn child or animal that the Israelites present to me belongs to you. But you must accept payment to buy back every firstborn. Accept payment. Okay. Okay. But you must accept payment to buy back every firstborn for every firstborn animal that is ritually unclean. Children shall be bought back at the age of 1 month for the feast price of 5 pieces of silver, according to the official standard. But the firstborn of cows, sheep, and goats are not to be bought back. They belong completely to me and are to be sacrificed. Throw their blood throw their blood against the altar, and burn their fat as a food offering, a smell pleasing to me. The meat from them belongs to you, like the breast and the right hind leg of the special offering. I am giving to you, to your sons, and to your daughters for all time to come, all the special contributions which the Israelites present to me. This is an unbreakable covenant that I have made with you and your descendants. The Lord said to Aaron, you will not receive any property that can be inherited, and no parts of the land of Israel will be assigned to you. The Lord, am all you need. The share of the Levites. The Lord said, I have given to the Levites every title that the people of Israel presents to me. This is in payment for their service in taking care of the tent of my presence. The other Israelites must no longer approach the tent, and in this way bring on themselves the penalty of death. From now on, only the Levites will take care of the tent and bear the full responsibility for it. This is a permanent rule that applies also to your descendants. The Levites shall have no permanent property in Israel, because I have given to them as their possessions the title which the Israelites present to me as a special contribution, because the tithe. That is why I told them that they would have no permanent property in Israel. The Levite tithe. The Lord commanded Moses to say to the Levites, when you receive from Israelites the tithe that the Lord gives you as your possession, you must present a tenth of it as a special contribution to the Lord. This special contribution will be considered as equivalent of the offering which the farmer makes of new corn and new wine. In this way, you also will present the special contribution that belongs to the Lord from all the tithes which you receive from the Israelites. You are to give this special contribution for the Lord to Aaron the prince. Give it from the best that you receive. When you have presented the best part, you may keep the rest, just as the farmer keeps what is left after he have make his offering. You and your family may eat the rest anyway, because it is your wages for your service in the tent. You will not become guilty when you eat it, as long as you have presented the best of it to the Lord. But be sure not to profane the sacred gifts of the Israelites by eating any of the gifts before the best part is offered. If you do, you will be put to death. Numbers chapter 19. Arches of the red cow. The Lord commanded Moses and Aaron to give the Israelites the following regulations. Bring to Moses and Aaron a red cow which has no defect, and which has never been put to work, okay? And they will give it to Eleazar the prince. It is to be taken outside the camp and killed in his presence. Then Eleazar is to take and some of his blood and with his finger sprinkle it 7 times in the direction of the tent. The whole animal, including meat, blood, and intestines, is to be burnt in the presence of the priest. Then he is to take some cinder wood, a sprig of hyssop, and a red cord, and throw them into the fire. After that, he is to wash his clothes and pour water over himself, and then he may enter the camp, but he remain ritually unclean until evening. The man who burnt the cow must also wash his clothes and pour water over himself, but he also remain unclean until evening. Then a man who is ritually clean is to collect the ashes of the cow and put them in a ritually clean place outside the camp. where they are to be kept for the Israelite community to use in preparing the connected the arches. Regulation is valid for all time to come, both for the Israelites and for the foreigners living contact with a corpse. Whoever touches a corpse is ritually unclean for 7 days. He must purify himself with the water for purification on the third day and on the seventh day, and then he will be clean. But if he does not purify himself and on both on both the third and the seventh day, he will not be clean. Whoever touches a corpse and does not purify himself remains unclean, because the water for purification has not been thrown over him. He defies the Lord's tent, and he will no longer be considered one of God's people. If someone dies in a tent, anyone who is in the tent at the time of death or who enters it becomes ritually unclean for 7 days. Every jar and pot in the tent that has no lid on it also becomes unclean. If someone touches a person who has been killed or has died a natural death out of doors, or if someone touches a human bone or a grave, he becomes unclean for 7 days. To remove the uncleanliness, some ashes from the red cow which was burnt to remove sin shall be taken and put in a pot, and fresh water added. In the first case, someone who is ritually clean is to take a sprig of hyssop, dip it inside the water, and sprinkle the tent, everything in it, and the people who were there. In the second case, someone who is ritually clean is to sprinkle the water on the man who has touches the human bone or the grave. On the third day and on the seventh, the person who is ritually clean is to sprinkle the water on the unclean person. On the seventh day, he is to purify the man who, after washing his clothes and pouring water over himself, becomes ritually clean at sunset. Anyone who has become ritually unclean and does not purify himself remain unclean, because the water for him okay because the water for purification has not been thrown over him. He defies God's tent and will no longer be considered one of God's people. You are to observe this rule for all time to come. The person who also washes clothes, anyone who touches the water remain ritually unclean until evening. Whatever an unclean person touches is unclean, and anyone else who touches it remain unclean until evening. Numbers chapter 20. Event at Kadesh. In the first month, the whole community of Israel came to the wilderness of Sin and camped at Kadesh. There Miriam died and was buried. There was no water where they camped, so the people gathered round Moses and Aaron, and they complained, "It would have been better if we have died in front of the Lord's tent, along with our fellow Israelites. Why have you brought us out into this wilderness, just so that we can die here with our animals? Why did you bring us out of Egypt into this miserable place where nothing will grow? There is no corn, no figs, no grapes, no pomegranates. There is not even any water to drink." Moses and Aaron moved away from the people and stood at the entrance of the tent. They bowed down with their face to the ground, and the dazzling light of God's presence appeared to them. The Lord said to Moses, "Take the stick that is in front of the covenant post, and then you and Aaron assemble the whole community. There in front of them all, speak to that rock over there, and water will gush out of it. In this way you will bring water out of the rock for the people, for them and their animals to drink." Moses went and got the stick as the Lord had commanded. He and Aaron assembled the whole community in front of the rock. And Moses said, "Listen, you rebels, do we have to get water out of this rock for you?" Then Moses raised the stick and struck the rock twice with it, and a great stream of water gushed out, and all the people and animals drank. But the Lord reprimanded Moses and Aaron. He said, "Because you did not have enough faith to acknowledge my holy power before the people, lead them into the land that I promised to give them." This happened at Meribah, where the people of Israel complained against the people, against the Lord, and where he showed them that he was holy. The kings of Edom refused to let Israel pass. Moses sent message from Kadesh to the king of Edom. They said, "This passage is from your kinsmen, the tribe of Israel. You know the hardship we have suffered, how our ancestors went to Egypt, where we lived years. The Egyptians ill-treated our ancestors and us, and we cried to the Lord for help. He heard our cry and sent an angel, who led us out of Egypt. Now we are at Kadesh, a town at the border of your territory. Please permit us to pass through your land. We and our cattle will not leave the road or go into your field or vineyard. We will not drink from your wells. We will stay on the main road until we are out of your territory." But the Edomites answered, "We refuse to let you pass through our country. If you try, we will march out and attack you." The people of Israel said, "We will stay on the main road, and if we or our animals drink any of your water, we will pay for it. All we want is to pass through." The Edomites repeated, "We refuse," and they marched out with a powerful army to attack the people of Israel. Because the Edomites would not let the Israelites pass through their land, their territory, the Israelites turned and went another way. The death of Aaron. The whole community of Israel left Kadesh and arrived at Mount Hor, on the border of Edom. There the Lord said to Moses and Aaron, "Aaron is not going to enter the land which I promised to give to Israel. He is going to die because the two of you rebelled against my command at Meribah. Take Aaron and his son Eleazar up Mount Hor, and there remove Aaron's priestly robes and Eleazar. Aaron is going to die there." Moses did what the Lord had commanded. They went up Mount Hor and in the sight of the whole community. And Moses removed Aaron's priestly robes and put them on Eleazar. There on the top of the mountain Aaron died, and Moses and Elijah came back down. The whole community learned that Aaron had died, and they all mourned for him for 30 days. Numbers 21. Victory over the Canaanites. When the Canaanite king of Arad in the southern part of Canaan heard that the Israelites were coming by way of Atarim, he attacked them and captured some of them. Then the Israelites make a vow to the Lord: "If you will let us conquer these people, we will conditionally dedicate their cities to you, and we will destroy them." The Lord heard them and helped them to conquer the Canaanites. So the Israelites completely destroyed them and their cities, and named the place Hormah, the snake made of bronze. The Israelites left Mount Hor by the road that lead to the Gulf of Aqaba in the order to go round the territory of Edom. But on the way to the people, okay, wait. But on the way the people lost their patience and spoke against God and Moses. They complained, "Why did you bring us out of Egypt to die in this desert, where there is no food or water? We can't stand any more of this miserable food." Then the Lord sent poisonous snake among the people, and many Israelites were bitten and died. The Lord came to Moses and said, "We sinned when we spoke against the Lord and against you. Now pray to the Lord to take the snake away." So Moses prayed for the people. Then the Lord told him to make a metal snake and put it on a pole, so that anyone who was biting could look at it and be healed. So Moses made a bronze snake and put it on a pole. Anyone who would look at the bronze snake and be healed. From Mount Hor to valley of the Moabites. The Israelites moved on and camped at Oboth. After leaving that place, they camped at the ruins of Abarim in the wilderness, east of Moabite territory. Then they camped in the valley of Zered. From there they moved again and camped on the north side of river Arnon, in the wilderness which extends into Amorite territory. The Arnon was the border between the Moabites and the Amorites. That is why the book of the Lord's battle speaks of the town of Waheb in the area of Suphah and the valleys, the river Arnon, and the slope of the valleys that extend to the town of Ar and towards the border of Moab. From there they went on to a place called Wales, where the Lord said to Moses, "Bring the people together, and I will give them water." At that time the people of Israel sang this song: "Wells, produce your water, and we will greet it with a song." Then well dug the prince, and by leaders of the people, dug with a royal scripture, and with stick. They moved from the wilderness to Mattanah, and from there they went on to Nahale, and from Nahale to Bamoth, and from Bamoth to the valley in the territory of Moabites, below the top of the Mount Pisgah, looking out over the desert, victory over King Sihon and King Og. Then the people of Israel sent with But Sihon would not permit the people of Israel to pass through his territory. He gathered his army and went out to Jahaz in the wilderness and attacked the Israelites. But the Israelites killed many of the enemy in battles and occupied their land from the river Arnon north to the Jabbok, that is, to the border was strongly defended. So the people of Israel captured all the Amorite cities, including Heshbon and all the surrounding towns, and King Sihon, who had fought against the former king and has captured all his land as far as the river Arnon. That is why the poets sing, "Come to Heshbon, to King Sihon city. We want to see it rebuilt and restored." Once from the city of Heshbon, Sihon's army went forth like a fire. It destroyed the city of An in Moab and devoured the hills of the upper Arnon. How terrible for you, people of Moab! Your worshippers of Chemosh are brought to ruin. Your God let men become refugees, and the women became captives of Amorite king. But now their descendants are destroyed, all the way from Heshbon to Dibon, from Hashim to Nophah near Medeba. Okay, verse 31. So the people of Israel settled in the territory of Amorites, and Moses sent men to find the best way to attack the city of Jazer. The Israelites captured it and its surrounding towns and drove out the Amorites living there. Then the Israelites turned and took the roads to Bashan, and King Og of Bashan marched out with his army to attack them at Edrei. The Lord said to Moses, "Do not be afraid of him. I will give you victory over him, all his people, and his land. Do not, do to him what you did to Sihon, the Amorite king who ruled at Heshbon." So the Israelites killed Og, his son, and all his people, leaving no survivors, and then they occupied his land. Numbers chapter 22. The king of Moab sent for Balaam. The Israelites moved on and set up camp in the plain of Moab, east of Jordan and opposite Jericho. When the king of Moab, Balak, son of Zippor, heard what the Israelites have done to the Amorites and how many Israelites they were, he and all his people became terrified. The Moabites said to the Israelites, to the leaders of Midianites, These hordes will soon destroy everything round us, like a bull eating the grass in a pasture. So King Balak sent messengers to summon Balaam, son of Beor, who was at Pisgah near the river Euphrates, in the land of Ammon. They brought him this message from Balak: "I want you to know that a whole nation has come from Egypt. Its people are spreading out everywhere and threatening to take over our land. They outnumber us, so please come and put a curse on them for me. Then perhaps we will be able to defeat them and drive them out of the land. I know that when you pronounce a blessing, people are blessed, and when you pronounce a curse, they are placed under a curse." So the Moabites and the Midianite leaders took with them the payment for the cost, went to Balaam and gave him Balak's message. Balaam said to them, "Spend the night here, and tomorrow I will report to you whatever the Lord tells me." So the Moabite leaders stayed with Balaam. God came to Balaam and asked, "Who are these men that are staying with you?" He answered, "King Balak of Moab has sent them to me. That a people who came from Egypt has spread over the whole land. He wants me to curse them for him, so that he can fight them and drive them out." God said to Balaam, "Do not do with these men. Do not go with these men, and do not put on the people of Israel, because they have my blessings." Because they have my blessing. The next morning, Balaam went to Balak's messengers and said, "Go back home. The Lord has refused to let me go with you." So they returned to Balak and told him that Balaam has refused to come with them. Then Balak sent his larger number of leaders, who were more important than the first. They went to Balaam and gave him this message for Balak: "Please don't let anything prevent you from coming to me. I will reward you richly and do anything you say. Please come and curse these people for me." But Balaam answered, even if Balak gave me all the silver and gold in his palace, I could not disobey the command of the Lord my God. In evil okay. In even the smallest matter. But please stay the night as the other did, so that I may learn whether or not the Lord has something else to tell me. That night, God came to Balaam and said, "If these men have come to ask you to go with them, get ready to go, but do only what I tell you." So the next morning, Balaam saddled his donkey and went with the Moabites. Balaam and his donkey. Okay, that's my Bible. God was angry. Balaam was going, and was riding along on his donkey, accompanied by his two servants. The angel of the Lord stood in the road to bar his way. When the donkey saw the angel standing there, holding his sword, it left the road and turned into the field. Balaam beat the donkey and brought it back to the road. Then the angel where the road narrowed between two vineyards and had a stone wall on each side. When the donkey saw the angel, it moved over against the wall and crushed Balaam's foot against it. Again Balaam beat the donkey. Once more the angel moved ahead. He stood in a narrow place where there was no room at all to pass on either side. This time, when the donkey saw the angel, it lay down. Balaam lost his temper and began to beat the donkey with his stick. Then the Lord gave the donkey the power of speech, and he said to Balaam, "What have I done to you? Why have you beaten me these 3 times?" Balaam answered, "Because you have made a fool of me. If I have a sword, I will kill you." The donkey replied, "Am I not the same donkey on which you have ridden all your life? Have I ever treated you like this before?" "No," he answered. Then the Lord let Balaam see the angel standing there with his sword. And Balaam threw himself face downward on the ground. The angel demanded, "Why have you beaten your donkey 3 times like this?" "I have come to bar your way, because you should not be making this journey." But your donkey saw me and turned aside 3 times. If it had not, I would have killed you and spared the donkey. Balaam replied, "I have sinned. I did I did not know that you were standing in the road to oppose me. But now if you think it is wrong for me to go on, I will return home." But the angel said, "Go on with this man, but say only what I tell you to say." So Balaam went on with them. Balak welcomes Balaam. When Balak heard that Balaam was coming, he went to meet him at Ar, a city on the river Arnon, at the border of Moab. Balak said to him, "Why don't you come when I sent for you the first time? Did you think I was not able to reward you enough?" Balaam answered, "I came, don't I? But now, what power have I got? I can say only what God tells me to say." So Balaam went with Balak to the town of Hazor, where the Balak slaughtered cattle and sheep and gave some of the meat to Balaam. And the leaders were with him. Numbers chapter. Okay, it's not there. Balaam's first prophecy. The next morning, Balak took Balaam up to Bamoth Bar. Which kind of read this? Next morning, Balak took Balaam. The Balaam is the prophet, up to Bamoth Bar, from where Balaam could see a part of the people of Israel. Now, Numbers chapter 23. He said to Balak, "Build 7 altars here for me, and bring me 7 bulls and 7 rams." Balak did as he was told, and he and Balaam offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Then Balaam said to Balak, "Stand here by your burnt offering, while I go see whether or not the Lord will meet me. I will tell you whatever he reveals to me." So he went alone to the top of the hill, and God met him. Balaam said to him, "I have built the 7 altars, and offered a bull and a ram on each." The Lord told Balaam what to say and sent him back to Balak to give him his message. So he went back and found Balak still standing by his burnt offering with all the leaders of Moab. Balaam uttered his prophecy. "Balak king of Moab has brought me from Syria, from the eastern mountains. Come and speak for me," he said. "Put a curse on the people of Israel." How can I curse what God have not cursed? Wow, I will mark this place. How can I curse what God have not cursed, or speak of doom when the Lord have not? From the high rock I can see them. I can watch them from the hills. They are a nation that lives alone. They know they are blessed more than other nations. The descendants of Israel are like the dust. There are too many of them to be counted. Let me end my days like one of God's people. Let me die in peace like the righteous. Then Balak said to Balaam, what have you done to me? I brought you here to curse my enemies, but all you have done is bless them. He answered, I can say only what the Lord tells me to say. Balaam's second prophecy. Then Balak said to Balaam, come with me to another place from which you can see only some of the Israelites. Curse them for me from there. He took him to the field of Zophim on the top of Mount Pisgah. There also he built 7 altars and offered a bull and a ram on each of them. Balaam said to Balak, stand here by your burnt offering, and I will meet God over there. The Lord met Balaam, told him what to say, and sent him back to Balak to give him his message. So he went back and found Balak still standing by his burnt offering with the leaders of Moab. Balak asked what the Lord had said, and Balaam uttered prophecy. Come, Balak, son of Zippor, and listen to what I have to say. God is not like men who lie. He is not like human who changes his mind. Whatever he promises, he does. He speak and it's done. I have been instructed to bless, and when God bless, I cannot call it back. I foresee that Israel's future will bring her no misfortune or trouble. The Lord their God is with them. They proclaim what he is. Okay. They proclaim that he is their king. God has brought them out of Egypt. He fights for them like a wild horse. This is no magic charm, no witchcraft that can be used against the nation of Israel. Now, now people will say about Israel, look what the Lord have done. The nation of Israel is like a mountain lion. It does not rest until it has turned and devoured, until it drunk the blood of those it has killed. Then Balak said to Balaam, you refuse to curse them, but at least don't bless them. Balaam answered, don't I tell you that I have done everything that the Lord told me? Balaam's third prophecy. Balak said, come with me, and I will take you to another place. Perhaps God will be willing to let you curse them for me from there. So he took Balaam to the top of Mount Peor over the desert. Balaam said to him, build 7 altars for me here and bring me seven bulls and 7 rams. Balak did as he was told, and offered a bull and a ram on each altar. Numbers 24. By now, Balaam knew that the Lord wanted him to bless the people of Israel. So he did not go to look for omens, as he had done before. He turned towards the desert and saw the people of Israel come, tribe by tribe. The Spirit of God took control of him, and he uttered this prophecy. The message of Balaam son of Beor, the word of the man who can see clearly, who can hear what God is saying. With staring eyes I see in a trance a vision from Almighty God. The tents of Israel are beautiful, like long rows of palms. or gardens beside a river, like aloes planted by the Lord, or cedars beside water. They will have abundant rainfall and plant their seed in well-watered fields. Their king shall be greater than Agag, and his rule shall be extended far and wide. God brought them out of Egypt. He fights for them like a wild horse. They devour their enemies, crush their bones, smash their arrows. The nation is like a mighty lion. When it is sleeping, no one dares to wake it. Whoever bless Israel will be blessed, and whoever curse Israel will be cursed. Balak clenched his fist in anger and said to Balaam, I called you to curse my enemies, but 3 times now you have blessed them instead. Now go off home. I promise to reward you, but the Lord has kept you from getting the reward. Balaam answered, I told the messengers you sent to me that even if you gave me all the silver and gold in your palace, I could not disobey the command of the Lord by doing anything of myself. I will say only what the Lord tells me to say. Balaam's final prophecy. Balaam said to Balak, Now I am going back to my own people, but before I go, I am warning you what the people of Israel will do to your people in the future. Then he prophesied. The message of Balaam, son of Beor, the words of the man who can see clearly, who can hear what God is saying, and receive the knowledge that comes from the Most High. With starry eyes I see in a trance, a vision from the Almighty God. I look into the future, and I see the nation of Israel. A king like a bright star will arise in that nation. Like a comet, he will come from Israel. He will strike the leaders of Moab and beat down all the people of Seth. He will conquer his enemies in Edom and make their land his property. While Israel continues victorious, the nation of Israel will trample them down and wipe out the last survivors. Then in his vision, Balaam saw the Amalekites and uttered this prophecy. Amalek was the most powerful nation of all, but at the end it will perish forever. In his vision he saw Canaanites and uttered this prophecy. The place where you live is secure, safe as a net set high on a cliff, but you Canaanites will be destroyed. When Australia takes you captive, Balaam uttered this prophecy. Who are those people gathering in the north? Invaders will sail from Cyrus. They will conquer Austria and Eber, but they in turn will perish forever. Then Balaam got ready and went back home, and Balak went on his way. Numbers 25. The people of Israel at Peor. When the Israelites were camped in the valley of Ankasha, the men began to have sexual intercourse with the Moabite women who were there. These women invited them to sacrificial feasts. Okay, only pastor knew that. Where the gods of Moab was worshipped. The Israelites ate the food and worshipped the god Baal of Peor. So the Lord was angry with them and said to Moses, "Take all the leaders of Israel and in daylight." Okay. "Take all the leaders of Israel and in obedience to me execute them in broad daylight, and then I will no longer be angry with the people." Moses said to the officers, "Each of you is to kill every man in your tribe who have become a worshipper of Baal of Peor." One of the Israelites took a Midianite woman into his tent in the sight of Moses and the whole community, while they were mourning at the entrance of the tent of the Lord's presence. When the Phinehas, the son of Eleazar, the grandson of Aaron the prince, saw this, he got up and left the assembly. He took a spear, followed the man and the woman into the tent, and drove the spear through both of them. In this way, the epidemic that was destroying Israel was stopped, but it has already killed 24,000 people. The Lord said to Moses, "Because of what Phinehas has done, I am no longer angry with the people of Israel. He refused to tolerate the worship of any god but me, and that is why did not destroy them in my anger. So tell them that I am making a covenant with him that is valid for all time to come. He and his descendants are permanently established as princes because he did not tolerate any rivals to me and brought about forgiveness for the people's sin." The name of the Israelite who was killed with the Midianite woman was Zimri, son of Salu, the head of the head of a family in the tribe of Simeon. The woman's name was Cosby. Zoa, her father, was chief of a group of Midianite clan. The Lord commanded Moses, "Attack the Midianites and destroy them, because of the evil they do you when they deceive you at Peor, and because of Cosby, who was killed at the time of the epidemic at Peor." Numbers 26, the second census. After the epidemic, the Lord said to Moses and Eleazar, son of Aaron, "Take a census by family of the whole community of Israel, fit for military service." Moses and Eleazar obeyed and called together all the men of that age group. They assembled in the plain of Moab across the river Jordan from Jericho. These were the Israelites who came out of Egypt. The tribe of Reuben. Reuben was the eldest son of Jacob, and clan of Hanoch, Palu, Hezron, and Carmi. This clan numbered 43,730 men. The descendants of Palu were Eliab and his son Neume, Dathan and Abiram. These are the Dathan and Abiram who were chosen by the community. They defied Moses and Aaron and joined the followers of Korah, where they rebelled against the Lord. The group had open and swallowed them, and they died with Korah and his followers. And his followers were fired, and his followers were fire destroyed 250 men. They became a warning to the people. They were not spared. The tribe of Simeon, the clan of Nume, Jami, Jachin, Zerah, and Shuri. This clan number 22,200 men. The tribe of Gad, the clan of Zimpon, Nagi, Shuni, Ozni, Eri, Arod, and Erini. This clan number 40,500. The tribe of Judah, the clans of Shelah, Perez, Serah, Hezron, and Hamul, two of Judah's sons Er and Onan, had died in the land of Canaan. This clan numbered 76,500 men. The tribe of Issachar, the clan of Tola, Puah, Jashon, and Shimron. This clan numbered 64,300 men. The tribe of Zebulun, the clans of Sered, Elon, and Jali. This clan numbered 60,500 men. The tribe of Joseph, who was the father of two sons, Manasseh and Ephraim. The tribe of Manasseh, Machi, son of Manasseh, was the father of Gilead. And the following clan traced its ancestors to Gilead. The clan of Lezi, Helek, Asher, Shichim, and Shemedia, and 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 Hefer. Zelophehad, son of Hefer, had no sons but only daughters. Their names were Mahlah, Noah, Hogli, Micah, and Tirzah. This clan numbered 52,700 men. The tribe of Ephraim, the clan of Shuteli, Pecher, and Taham. The clan of Aaron traced its descendants from Shuteli. This clan numbered 2,500 men. These are the clan descendants from Joseph. Like this name, they are very difficult to pronounce. I hope I pronounced them well, actually. So let's start. Let's keep going. The tribe of Benjamin, the clan of Bela, Ashbel, Ahiram, Shimphon, and Hopham. The clans of Ard and Naaman traced their descendants from Bela. These clans numbers 45,600 men. What about women? Don't use to mention women. The tribe of Dan, the clan of Shoham, which numbers 64,500 men. The tribe of Asher, claims of Ina, Ishvi, and Beria. The clans of Heber and Micah trace their descendants from Beria. Asher has a daughter named Sarah. This clan number 53,500 men. The tribe of Naphtali, the clan of Jazer, Goni, Jazer, and Shelah. This clan numbered 45,400 men. The total number of the Israelites' men was 601,730. The Lord said to Moses, divide the land among the tribes according to their size. Divide the land by drawing their size. Okay, divide the land by drawing lots and give a large share to a large tribe and a small one to a tribe. The tribe of Levi consists of the house of Gershon, Kohath, and Merari. Their descendants included the subclan of Libni, Hebron, Mani, Mushi, and Kohath. Kohath was the father of Amram, who was married to Levi's daughter Jochebed, who was born in Egypt. She bore Amram two sons, Aaron and Moses, and a daughter, Miriam. Aaron has four sons, Nadab, Abihu, Eleazar, and Ithamar. Offered, okay, Nadab and Abihu died when they offered unholy fire to the Lord. Offer unholy fire to the Lord. The male Levites who were 1 month old or older numbered 23,000. They were listed separately from the rest of the Israelites because they were not given any property in Israel. All these claims were listed by Moses and Eleazar when they took a census of the Israelites in the plain of Moab across the river Jordan from Jericho. The river Jordan from Jericho. There was not even one man left among these whom Moses and Aaron have listed in the first census in the Sinai desert. The Lord had said that all of them would die in the wilderness, and except for Caleb, son of Jephunneh, and Joshua, son of Nun, they all did. So I will stop there. Oh, hold on, let me mark it. I forgot. Okay. So I'll be starting from number 27 next time I'll come. First of all, let's read Psalm 22. The Lord is my shepherd, I have everything I need. He lets me rest in fields of green grass and lead me to quiet pools of fresh waters. He gave me new strength. He guides me in the right path, as he has promised. Even if I go through the deepest darkness, I will not be afraid, Lord, for you are with me. Your shepherd rod and staff protect me. You prepare a banquet for me, where all my enemies can see me. You welcome me as a honored guest and fill my cup to the brim. I know that your goodness will be with me all my life, and your house will be my house as long as I live. The earth is the world, and all that is in it belongs to the Lord. The earth and all who live on it are his. He built it on the depth water beneath the earth, and laid its foundation in the ocean depths. Who has the right to go up the Lord's hill? Who may enter his holy temple? Those who are pure in heart and in thought, who do not worship idols or make false. Such are the people who come to God, who come into the presence of the God of Jacob. Fling wide the gates, open the ancient doors. and the King of Glory will come in. Who is this who is this great King? He is the Lord strong and mighty, the Lord victorious in battle. Break wide the gates, open the ancient doors, and the great King shall come in. Who is this great King? The triumphant Lord. He is the great King. Hallelujah. Thank you guys for watching today. I'm really exhausted at this point. And that is it for today. So before we go, I want to say something. I'll be coming here tomorrow as well by 10. So do well to come and listen. Thank you for listening. God bless you.